Hey everybody, I thought I would start today's recording with a little just quick review of where things are. So it is Wednesday, Thursday, the 19th and 20th, and here is your recorded video. When we start every day, we start like you. Here's my launch pad in my class. So I'm going to click on the Schoology link, and it's going to open a tab. Now my course dashboard has all of my classes here. So I'm just going to pick, I'm going to take my, let's go to my first period friends because that's my easy, I can do that one today. And when I open up, yours looks a little different. Yours says materials, where yours says grades, mine says grade book. You can always check there for your grades. But right here in this orange folder is the recording of the lessons. So right below, let's see, force and motion. This was yesterday, this was Tuesday. I'm going to put today's, and it's going to say today's date on it. So if you're ever stuck on what to do, start in the orange folder, find the oldest, so the lesson at the bottom, okay? Because we're going to kind of work our way, look at all that we covered. But we're going to look, and we're going to do our do now, and here's another copy of the slides we're going to look at. That set will not have somebody talking over them. And then today in the slide presentation, we're going to assign you a couple things. So I'm going to tap down here. Okay. So today, at the end of our recording, you're going to take a Newton's Law quiz. You're going to click here. It's going to take you to the quiz, and you're going to take the quiz. You're going to record. I'm going to show you where you record that quiz. And then when you're done with that, you can come in and do your crash course. This is an Edpuzzle. We just labeled it crash course. This is all fine, but this is to do afterwards. Now with the quiz, you're going to record your first score. I'm going to show you where in your notebook, and then you're going to retake it if you want, or retake the one from, where's the one from last week? Or this quiz. You can retake. They're both open, and you can retake those for a better score. Remember, Schoology we've set it to take the best score, and then you can work on the Edpuzzle. Take your time, but those are what we're doing over today. So I need you to make sure you've got that all covered. All right, so let me check back here. I'm going to go back into my daily slides. I'm actually going to go into my unit, and I'm going to pull up my notebook here. Here's my notebook, because I want to have my notebook out today. So in your notebook, you're going to record this quiz. Let's see. Let's go back here. It's Schoology. So this is Newton's Laws, and this is going to be 8.6b. So what we're going to do is we're going to come over here to our digital notebook. It's still thinking. And slide 3, slide 4. So you're going to put your first attempt into it. You're going to put your first attempt over here. I'm sorry, it's 8.6c. I goofed when I typed this. But you're going to put your today's quiz here. Now, if you did the one from the week before, last week, that is velocity and acceleration, that one, you're going to put the first attempt right there. So you should have two color blocks. This is from the acceleration and velocity quiz. This is from the force and motion. So, all right. So if you want to do that, we would be really appreciative if you could do that first. Then you can do the retake. So let's take a look at today's slides. I'm going to add a text box over here so we've got one. All right, so what are the units for force, mass, and acceleration? Well, force is newtons. Acceleration, absolutely, is meters per second squared. Oops. Meters per second. Oop, there we go. Per second squared, and mass, kilograms. All right, so that one. And if you notice, I'm using lowercase here, and newtons is a capital N, or newtons. So my second text box is going to be some students recorded the measure of acceleration on a wheeled cart. So we took remember using our force over mass times acceleration. So we have force in the first column, and we have mass here. So my friends took this, and they said, well, here's 1, and you divide it by this. So I'm going to bring that box over here. That little box over here. So they said, let's see, I'll bring this down. There we go. they said, so I have 1 divided by 0.2, and that equals 5. Oop. Oh, I see that. Okay, flip that. Give me a second, friends. There we go. And so we did that once because that's the only thing we're missing. Well, let's see. Let's do the next one. 2 divided by 0.4. We run that in our calculator. And that's 5 again. Oh, I'm starting to see a trend here. 5 divided by 1.0. Yep, that's 5. All right. Oop. There we go, 5. So if I have mass, these have all come out at about 5, times acceleration, that actually gives me that last force. So now I can say 2.6 meters per second squared times 5 kilograms. When we put it in a calculator, that actually comes up with 13 newtons. Oop. Comes up with, sorry friends, 13 newtons. And we just circle that answer. So as we were looking at things, say, even Newton's going to weigh in on your love life. Every action has an equal and opposite reaction. You as you confess to your crush, and your crush doesn't love you back. Newton's kind of like, see, look, every action has an equal and opposite reaction. All right, so we're going to watch this, and you're going to watch this video on Newton's laws. This is an amazing video. YouTube has a great full channel on Newton's laws and the Winter Olympics. So if you're excited about this, please feel free to go and watch this and kind of understand it really does talk and is very specific. All right, so now I'm going to switch. I'm going to use my digital notebook. This is page 18 in your digital notebook. So we're going to come down to page 18 in our digital notebook. All right. What you're going to do is you're going to drag these over. I would say if you notice that they're color coded, yep. So this, oh, and if it doesn't work here, just go on arrange, order, and bring to front, and it'll bring it to front. Okay. Or you can do, some of my other friends deleted the boxes. You could do, ooh, you could do that too. And so the teal goes with the teal. And again, the teal goes with the teal. And we'll just go, oh, you can even right click and click order, bring to front, and it, oh, that's interesting. Order, send backward. Let's see, right click, order, send it back. Oh, there we go. All right, so I'm going to bring this purple one over. Oh, there. If I leave it a little higher. Oh, and that one worked perfectly. All right. So this next one is where you're going to type, and here's some sentence starters on the far right. Newton's first law says, Newton's second law says, Newton's third law. If you look back here, Newton's first law says if an object is moving, it will continue to move. If it's at rest, it will stay at rest. So you can type that in right here into this box. Newton's second law says that acceleration depends on force and mass. And Newton's third law says that for every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. So you can type those in there. We're going to kind of go through these and determine, are these, what are these? So when the fireman turns on the fire hose, he's knocked back. Is that a Newton's first law, or a Newton's second law, or a third law? And for my friends, I'm just highlighting the text and coming up here to the fill. And absolutely, that's a Newton's first law. A magician pulls out a dish from under the table and glasses without disturbing them. Well, we did that one in class with the penny and the paper. So I can tell you the simple version that that's a first law, because remember, those things aren't really going to move. Okay. And a third law, let's see. All right, let's look for one. It is more difficult to move, let's see. A car speeds up faster than a dump truck when a traffic light turns from red to green. Well, remember, the sports car is smaller and lighter, and the truck is heavier. So, of course, the heavier one is going to require more acceleration. So that's going to be a second law. So I'm going to ask you to finish these out, just shading them that way. And that's an easy way to do it. That's just a start to get you started to do that. And that's pretty simple. Okay. We already did these slides yesterday. So let's go back to our slide presentation. So we just did those. And we're kind of reviewing this here. The penny in the cup. Where do we see inertia, which is the first law? Yep, we saw that in Newton's first law. And we flicked that penny away. And that's the law there. That's the spring toys. Those were along the counter. Would you say this was an action? Well, the action is pushing the spring toy down. The reaction is actually the toy itself. And the reaction is when the spring bounces up and the toy pops. That's Newton's third law. So we did that. So here we go. So here's what we're going to do. So we're going to take the quiz in Schoology. When you graph it, you're going to graph your first score in slide 4. And then I want you to go do the crash course, or you can do the vocab slides 23 or 25. You can do either of them over the next couple days. All right? Well, you guys have a great evening, and we hope to see you all soon.